गजाननं भूतगणादिसेवितं कपितजम्बू फलसारभक्षणम् उमासुतं शोकविनाशकारणं नमामि विघ्नेश्वर पादपङ्कजम् या कुन्देन्दुतुषारहारधवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रावृता या वीणावरदण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युतशङ्करप्रभृतिभिः देवैः सदा वन्दिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निःशेष जाड्यापहा गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः हरि ओम। भज मन राधे गोविंद
भज मन राधे गोविंद
भज मन राधे गोविंद
भज मन राधे गोविंद
भज मन राधे 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 गोविंद
भज मन राधे 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 गोविंद
भज मन राधे राधे वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय।
जय।
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम। श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम।
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम। श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम।
श्री राम जय राम, श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम। श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम।
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम। श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम।
मंगल भवन अमंगल हारी, द्रवहु सुदशरथ अजिर बिहारी।
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम। श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम।
रघुकुल रीति, रघुकुल रीति सदा चली आई। प्राण जाए वरु वचन न जाई।
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम। श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम।
बिनु सत्संग विवेक न होई, राम कृपा बिनु सुलभ न होई।
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम। श्री राम जय राम
जय जय राम। श्यावर रामचंद्र की जय। Let me welcome all of you to this second night of this yajna. We are seeing Srimad Bhagavad Gita, and specifically the 8th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Akshara Brahma Yogo Nama it is called. Each chapter has its own name. So this chapter is called as Akshara Brahma. It speaks about the absolute reality. And it tells us specifically about reaching that reality, becoming one with the reality, means God, the Supreme, so that we don't have to take birth in this world again. Please remember, this is a central theme of Hinduism, that we don't have to take birth in this world again. And I told last night that some people, they want to come back in this world. So those who want to come back, come back. No problem. The scriptures also allow you come back. What you will do? You can't do anything. But what do people do in their life? Now you see here. We all came back, right? All of us came back. We're here. Then what happened? Well, I'll tell you. When we were little, you went to preschool. So you got to start back from there again. If you become a human being, guys. If you come back as a human being, you got to go back preschool again. Then you go primary school. Not a little children go beat you up and take away your roti. And you have to write in a copybook. You fall along and bruise your knee and break your hand and all kind of thing. I tell him about my own case. Bust your head hunting a few times. Huh? Proper? Harden. Yeah. Proper harden. Jet go bite you, sting you. Scorpion go sting you. All kind of thing you go we go crying from birth till death. And you got to go back and write all your C exam and all do all everything again, and go through all the examining way right. You want to go back? You see? Even 10 years we want to go back. You got to go and start from scratch. And they go make you eat food where you don't want to eat. All kind of things. You know, all the trials and tribulations, all the sorrows, misery, anguish, pain, disease, you get headache, backache, earache, toothache, your tooth fall out, they're going to put some new teeth inside it. All kind of things, isn't it? One after the next, belly pain, gripe. Because when you're small, you get an earache and they're giving you gripe water for gripe belly. You're air paining and you're crying, because how you go tell them you're air paining? When's a baby, right? You give him gripe water, that I woke. They go and carry him by the doctor, he give him all kind of medicine for gastroenteritis, that I woke too. They trying out all kind of thing, trial and error, and he. Finally, in the end, now they realize he has hasuli. Instead of all the disease and all, he has hasuli. They carry him somewhere in the village there by some old lady. Tie foot to a door and pull him like this. Lift him up by neck. Few times. Bend him and twist him in all directions. When he finished, hasuli gone. Listen here. What? Them still didn't know if he has hasuli. Whatever disease, I think they're scared and gone away. The disease, whatever he had, they scared it out of him. So we have to go through this whole thing again. And Bhagavan Shankaracharya tell this thing. See. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam. Punarapi janani jathare shayanam. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam. Punarapi janani jathare shayanam. Iha samsare bahu dustare. Samsare bahu dustare. Bahu dustare, bahu dustare. Iha samsare bahu dustare. कृपया पारे पाई मुरारे. हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Bhagavan Shankaracharya tells again and again birth, again and again death, again and again in some womb somewhere. Means we are born as a crab and you walk in sideways. You're born as a grasshopper, a lizard and a crocodile. Nobody knows if he's a crocodile or alligator or cayman. One frog coming down the road and he see an alligator. He say, "Hello there, Mr. Alligator." Here the alligator, "You stupid frog. I the crocodile." Here the frog, "You stupid crocodile. I the toad." That time a turtle come. A turtle, well, he not rich because he come in all the time. He not rich there. Here he now. Hello, Mr. Alligator, Mr. Frog. Here he two of them. What you stupid turtle? I the crocodile and he's a toad. Here he turtle. Two always stupid. I the tortoise. When animals in the world have rabbit and hare, what is the difference? One must have hair. But anyway, you could be born as any one of them, right? You go born as a rabbit, a turtle, a hare, a snail. A conch. And people still want to come back because the chance of being born as a human being, you know what the chance? I will tell you, our Swami Raghavananda described it even more dire than I described it. Listen to that. A fella in a big open field like this, right? And he blind. Big open field and he have a wall right around. And have 8.4 million doors to come out of that place. 8.4 million doors. Because 8.4 million species. 8.4 million doors in that huge field. And only one door open. And he blind. So let me say today is Saturday, he checked 50 doors or 100 doors, right, to see if it open. Tomorrow, he had no way, because he blind, he had no way to start back. If he miss one day only, miss one door, he had no way to start back the next day. And he had to find that door. One door to come out. And the situation so bad. When he reached by that door on that particular day, he back started to scratch. He do so and he reached by the next door. He missed this door. He get itched that time. Now, where's the chance of finding that door to come out? This fellow is blind. Suppose he'll have to go and get food. He'll have to go to the washroom. He'll have to go to come back. He won't know where he. This is the Sant Mahatma Log. They describe how difficult it is to get his human body. That's why Tulsi Das bare bhagya manushatan pa. And people still say they want to come back in this world. So this 8th chapter, Bhagavan is talking about, what is that? Merging with him. Merging with the Lord, so that one doesn't have to come back in this world. Please remember, this is a central theme in Hinduism. Coming out from the cycle of birth and death. If you have not studied this central theme of Bhagavad Gita, you please do so. This is very, very important thing. Now, when we left it last night, I told you, Bhagavan was telling that we have to remember him throughout our life, So that we will remember him in the end also. And when we remember him in the end, we'll merge with him, because he says that whatever we remember at the time of our death, see, there are two things there. Whatever we remember at the time of our death, that is what we will become. And whatever we remember throughout our life, that is what we will remember at the time of our death. Those are the two things. So your whole life you're only studying money, money, money. And shopping. Money and shopping. Or whatever people study, I don't know. See? You will become that thing. The great Jarabharat in Bhagavatam, you see some stories there, Mahabharata and many places, stories, Puranas. He was so attached to a little deer, a baby deer he had found. When he died in the next life, so attached to that deer, thinking about the deer, he became a deer. So we have to, at the last moment, remember God, and so we become God. We merge with God. How? Like a drop of water merging with the ocean. Like that. And there is no lesser theme in this Bhagavad Gita, in the Upanishads. This is the theme. This is the goal of the Shastras. People use Shastras for other things. That is a different matter. But the Shastra is not meant for other things. People use Shastras and scriptures, religion, spirituality and all for other. That is not the purpose of spirituality and religion. People go and pray and worship and make bargain with God and all kind of promises to God and all kind of things. God, Bhagavan, if you do this for me, I go do this for you. Isn't it? That is not the purpose of God and religion and spirituality and all. People has tried to outsmart God in so many ways. One fellow telling the other friend of them, he say, in we religion, when we get our salary, we give 10% to God. The other one say, what 10%? In we religion, we give 20% to God. The last one say, no, nothing. When we get our salary, we take the whole salary and we throw it up for Bhagavan. We say, Bhagavan, what you want, you take, and what you don't want, like, come back down here. That is in he religion. All kind of things people have, you see. In this world, please remember, if you want to get education, you don't need God. You need to study. If you want to get rich, you don't need God. You have to work hard. If you want to get a good voice, you don't need God. Just practice. We don't need God for anything in this world. Because God don't give you everything that we need. We need God for enlightenment. God gave us hand and foot to work already. You want to get rich? You go begging God every day to get rich. Let me tell you, I just ask you a simple question. One man begging God every day to become rich, and next man working hard. Who will become rich? The one who begging God? A fella studying nothing to write exam, and he only begging God, oh Lord, let me pass exam. And the other fella waking whole night studying. Who will pass? Let me tell you, the fella who begging God, he's sure to fail. Exam, I want no God. Exam means you burn the midnight oil and everything will be fine. The teacher give you homework and you have work to do and finish the syllabus, study it. There are so many countless atheists who don't believe in God at all. They pass all the PhD and everything, isn't it? So PhD requires God. There is a syllabus, there is a teacher, there is an institution, there is a method of teaching, and there is a method of learning. Follow it. That is all. Just follow. And in this country, everybody want to come rich without working. What will you do? Join the union. Yeah. So, We don't need religion and spirituality for any of these things. Bhagavan gave us a lot of strength, a lot of energy, knowledge. He gave us everything already. Just get up and work hard, you'll become rich. But to come out from this samsara, to come out from this cycle of birth and death, to gain enlightenment, mukti, moksha, salvation, spirituality is meant for? Religion and spirituality is meant for this thing, not for those other things. There's a misuse. Sometimes we do misuse things, that is okay, if it's not so bad. But when it is bad, because I know every Trini who sits in here, and every Trini who listening, and every Trini who agree with this thing, every Trini has used a knife as a screwdriver in the house. Take knife and open all kind of TV and radio, and take a knife and open anything in the house, isn't it? Improper use of the knife. It's not so bad. So, the improper use of religion is for all those other things. You just work hard for whatever you want, you will get that thing in that field. Now, we need this spirituality to reach enlightenment, mukti, moksha, oneness with God. It is so many names are there, nirvana, right? So now Bhagavan had given there here that technique of remembering him, remembering his name, remembering his form at the time of death, but it has to be done throughout the life. Then only you will be able to do it at the time of death. So that is first. Then he had spoken a little bit in one verse about those people who follow the path of yoga, the yogis. And he said that at the time of death, they have to bring all the pranic energy up from the bottom of the spine, all the way up to the Brahmarandra in the head and all. We saw that. And they will reach me. That pranic energy has to leave from the top. I told you this is a field which we don't have expertise in. So we'll leave. So now we will see from number 16. Number 16. Let's chant that and I'll tell you what Bhagavan continues to say there. Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama,
Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama,
Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam.
व्यक्तय सर्वाः प्रभवन्त्यः रागमे
Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama,
प्रलीय तत्रैवाव्यक्तसंज्ञके भूतग्राम स एवायं भूत्वा भूत्वा प्रलीयते भूतग्राम स एवायं भूत्वा भूत्वा प्रलीयते रात्र्यागमेव श पार्थ प्रभवत्यः रागमे कन्हैयालाल की जय। आ ब्रह्म भुवनालोकाः पुनरावर्तिनोऽर्जुन मामुपेत्य तु कौन्तेय पुनर्जन्म न विद्यते. Bhagavan says, listen here, in this world there are different classes of beings, different orders of being, different levels of beings. You know that. In the scriptures, Shastras, Brahmaji is spoken about. Who is the highest among the Devatas? Brahmaji. All the way down to an pipilika, I mean an ant. A little ant. Well, of course, he has smaller than an ant also, right? So from an ant all the way up to Brahmaji. This is the meaning of A Brahma Bhuvana Lokaha. All beings and all creatures in this world, Punaravartino Arjuna, are subject to return. To return on this earth. Even Brahmaji, subject to return. Brahmaji is only a portfolio, a seat like this. Like the president's seat. One come, one go. One come, one go. Until that person merges with God, even up till Brahmaji is only a position, a seat. So Brahmaji also could come down. And an ant could, and Tulsidaji, right? Bhagwan power is, he could make Brahmaji less than a mosquito. And he could make a mosquito into Brahmaji. That's Bhagwan power. Tulsidaji in Uttarakhand. This gamut of beings from that level to the lowest level which we know here, all are subject to coming and going. This is the first pada in this. A Brahma Bhuvana Lokaha Punaravartino Arjuna, the first line. Then the next line. Mamu Pete to Kaunteya. But me, those who come to me, hey Kaunteya. Hey, Kaunteya is another name for Arjuna. Those who come to me, hey Kaunteya, Punarjanma na vidyate. Those who merge with me, they will never have birth in this world. Okay. I am reading directly to you from Bhagavad Gita. You please see, this is the authoritative scripture in Hinduism. Those who merge with me do not return to this world. Otherwise, from Brahmaji to an ant, everybody is subject to going and coming. And going and coming is not an easy thing. Because we don't want to come, first of all. When we come, we don't want to go. This is human beings. We don't want to come because suffering. That's why when we come, we cry. When we are born in this world, you ever see anybody born laughing? जब हम पैदा हुए जग हंसे हम रोए. When I was born, the world laughed, but I cry. ऐसी करनी कर चली. I should live in this world in such a way. ऐसी करनी कर चली. हम हंसे जग रोए. Means that I laugh and the world cry. But nobody lives like that. I should live such a good life that when I leave, I laugh and everybody cry. Kabir Das ji doha. But the real fact of the matter is, I come crying and I also leave crying because we don't want to go. Nobody want to go. When Yamaraj come, that time we tried to make a bargain with one fellow. He started to work hard, you know. He started to carry firewood on his head and carry it to the market and sell that firewood for a few coins. And take that coin and go and feed these children crying and making noise in the house. And wife also quarreling with him. And he had to take these few coins and go and take care of them. So he had to go in the forest there, take the firewood, put it on his head, come in through that hot sun, walk in a weather, this, that. And after doing this for a number of years, one day he said, what is this thing? Look at this. I have to work so hard. Carry this big bundle of wood on my head. Carry it to the market on foot. When I go there, I get a few coins. When I take it home, also nobody have any gratitude. Also, they're only quarreling and shouting and this and that. Yamaraj, why don't you come and take me? And he threw down the bundle of wood in the middle of the pathway. That same time now, Yamaraj come. Yamaraj say, you call? He said, who is you? He said, I Yamaraj. You call? He said, yeah, I call. He said, I just wanted to help me put this bundle of wood back on my head. Put back this bundle of wood on my head. Time to go, he don't want to? Nobody wants to go. So we don't want to come. When we come now, we don't want to. See the predicament of this human being. Everybody in second chapter of Bhagavan says, Jatasya hi dhruva mrityu. The one who is born in this world will, without a doubt, he'll die. Inevitable. You cannot get out of this world alive. Once you come here, you can't get out alive. It is not here, let me tell you something about life. It's not do or die, you know. It's do and die. You hear me say do or die? It's do, I mean you don't do. So now to avoid that constant recurrence of this terrible thing called as samsara, birth and death and sorrow and disease and misery and poverty and war and pestilence and agitation and all the things that we are seeing in this world. And listen, you lucky you were born in Trinidad, you know. You born with a gold spoon in your mouth. You born in Trinidad. Right now from Syria, from Yemen, from Myanmar, so many countries I could go on telling. Venezuela, people running out in the millions. You only had to born in one of these places, then we'll know. Lucky. So to be born in this world and born in one of them places. With the condition of this world. Listen. The British, the Dutch, the French, and the Spanish, 4 European powers were bringing slaves across the Atlantic to this part of the world. They brought slaves for more than 200 years. And do you know, in that all that 200 years, how many slaves they brought? 12 million. 12 million slaves. Do you know, today, in 2018, there are more than 45 million slaves on the earth. Today, more than 45 million slaves. And we want to come back in this world and born a slave? And people who take in this country, take without working, these people are the same people who are born as slaves. So, those who say they want to come back, well, we better be prepared for one of those type of things. There is no guarantee of anything. First of all, no guarantee human birth. If you get a human birth, no guarantee you'll be born in a country like Trinidad. If you're born in Trinidad, no guarantee that you will not be trafficked. They're trafficking people from Trinidad too. This is the condition of the sansara, which is fraught with death, Bhagavan says in the 12th chapter. Mrityu samsara, sagar, ocean of death. And this is why this Bhagavad Gita is so very strong. And now use this spirituality. Remember God, he says, throughout the whole life. Remember the Lord, so that at the end I remember Him and I merge with Him. Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu mam anusmara yudhyacha. Yesterday we saw. Whatever we do, remember Bhagwan. Otherwise we are subject to going and coming. That is the idea. Now in the next verse is Sahasra Yuga Paryantam Ahajyat Brahmano Viduhu Ratrim Yuga Sahasrantam Teho Ratra Vidojanaha. This world in which we are living, this world also comes to an end. End means what? Please pay attention to these things in Hinduism. Hinduism is unlike any other religion, it is totally different. And we should not, if you're a Hindu, you should be a Hindu. Isn't it? You study what your Shastras tell, internalize what your Shastras tell, and the philosophical ideas contained, metaphysical ideas in Hinduism, unmatched, unparalleled anywhere in this world. So now it gets into this whole idea of cyclical time. What is a cyclical time? Cyclical time means you have heard in this short life, you would have heard what goes around. Well, that has wide meaning in Hinduism. Because whoever is born, Bhagavan says, will die. And whoever has died will again be born. So that is cyclical or not? Is cyclical or not? That is just like recycle. We don't call it recycle, we call it cycle. Because in recycle, there is usually a depreciation in that whatever is recycled. Like when they recycle plastic, you don't use it for certain things. A depreciation in this plastic. But here, when I have come back the second time, I can come back better depending on how good I live. No. So we say it's a cycle. So, here now, Bhagavan is getting into this whole thing about cycle. How long does a cycle last? He says that a cycle lasts for 100 years of Brahma. Which cycle? The cycle of the whole universe. The whole world which we see in front of us. It lasts for 100 years of Brahmaji. Brahmaji is the highest among the celestial beings. So the cycle lasts for 100. Brahmaji lives for 100 years. Then, the whole is Mahapralaya. But before that now, there is something called Pralaya. Mahapralaya and Pralaya, two different things. Before that, Every night when Brahmaji goes to sleep, after one day is over, right? Brahmaji goes to sleep in the night. They call pralaya happens at that time. When Brahmaji wakes up in the morning, pralaya means dissolution of everything. When Brahmaji wakes up in the morning, then again everything comes back. But you know, whatever goes on at that cosmic level happens at what we call at the individual level here also. I'll show you. When you go to sleep in the night, your whole world dissolves or not? Whatever is your world, whatever is your knowledge, whatever is your awareness, whatever you're cognizant of, whatever you are experiencing, all of that come to an end or not? For the person who's sleeping, eh? So when you sleep in, do you know if anything is there? No. For the sleeper here, no? Nothing. That's why that time you kick people and all and they know. You kick somebody in your sleep and you don't know. Yeah. You snore loud, loud, and wake up everybody, but you don't know. He has sound sleep because he's making sound. Two brahmacharis went in the ashram and they slept there for the night. So then the next day the guru asked the two brahmacharis, so you all had sound sleep? The guru is asking, you had sound sleep? One brahmachari said, yeah, he had the sleep and I had the sound. Because he snoring whole night. Then anyway, just as our world for the individual being dissolves when he goes to sleep, the same thing which is present at this individual level in Sanskrit is called as the Vyashti level, and the collective cosmic level is called as Samashti level. So whatever goes on at the Vyashti level also goes on at the cosmic level. But the only difference is our time frame and Brahmaji's time frame is different. So when we sleep, our individual world dissolves. But for the other people who are waking, their world is still there. But for me, I know nothing. If earthquake come also, I don't know. So for Brahmaji now, when he goes to sleep, at the end of his day, then the whole world dissolves. That is called a pralaya. So this is what is being described. This pralaya is being described here now. Sahasra yuga paryantam ahadya brahmano viduhu ratrim yuga sahasrantam teho ratra vido janaha. Brahmaji wakes for the one day time, so the world lasts for that time. Then Brahmaji sleeps for one night time, then the whole world dissolves. And next morning when he wakes up, the world again comes. But how long now, the question will be, how long is Brahmaji's day? Well, that is a big phenomenal number now. Listen to it. Sahasra yuga paryantam. Sahasra means 1,000. And one yuga is 4.32 million years. So 4.32 million years multiplied by 1,000 is 4.32 billion years. Correct? 4.32 billion years is Brahmaji's day, one day. And when Brahmaji wakes for that day, the world lasts for that amount of time. And when Brahmaji goes to sleep, he sleeps for the same time also. Brahmaji's night and day is equal. Sleeping and waking for the same time. Because Brahmaji has no TV and Netflix and to watch. So night and day same. So he says, avyakta avyakta sarvaha prabhavanti aharagame ratragame praliyante tatreva avyakta sanyake. When Brahmaji wakes up, the world comes back. When Brahmaji goes to sleep, the world dissolves. But one important philosophical point here now, and that's why I was telling you, you have to study Hinduism well. Please remember, when we say the world dissolves, we mean to say the world just goes from manifest to unmanifest. This word that we use in Hinduism, that the world is destroyed, there is no such word. It is a wrong word. The world is destroyed. No. We say Brahma, Vishnu and Mahesh, who is the creator, sustainer and destroyer. People say that, na? So those words are wrong words. You have to stop using it. That one word is the manifester, who manifests the world. Now what is the meaning of manifest? Brahmaji is the manifester. Manifest means something is there in an unmanifest state already. It is there in an unseen state. From that unseen state you bring it into a seen state. That is called as manifest. He's not creator. Brahmaji is Srishtikar. And Srij Dhatu in Sanskrit, that word doesn't mean to create. It means to usher. You usher from that state into this state. So it is the same beings and same word. Haven't you seen? In any forest, right? It's the same trees growing up over and over. A tree wouldn't last for 1,000 years. That tree will die after a couple of hundred years, let me say. But a seed from that same tree will fall and again go. Suddenly, this tree dies and a pomsite tree grow there. A mahogany tree dies and a pomsite tree grow. That will happen? No. It's just recycling of the same. That is why there is no answer to which came first, the chicken or the egg. Because in Hinduism, the world is eternal. It's anadi. Anadi means beginningless. So if you're going to ask a question, which came first? So if something did not begin at a certain time, there is no first. There is no something else first. Now see, intellectually, it is very difficult to appreciate these things because our intellect only know about beginning, This watch wasn't there in 2001. In 2005 it came. So we know a beginning of the watch. So our mind can only think about those finite, time-bound things. But to think outside that is a little bit difficult. So, he says, Brahmaji brings things from unmanifest into manifest. Lord Vishnu sustains them while they are there. And Lord Shiva takes them back from manifest to unmanifest. But they are there. All beings are always there. That's why Bhagavan tells to Arjuna in the second chapter that there was never a time when you were not there. When I was not there, you were not there. These kings on the battlefield were not there. Everybody was always there. In second chapter, he tells. So, we have always been there and we will always be there. Just sometimes we go into unmanifest and then again we come back. And that is true for all things in the world. So don't worry, the dinosaurs will come back sometime. They have just gone into unmanifest. Right. So, this is about manifesting the world when Brahmaji wakes up. And when he goes to sleep, the world again goes into unmanifest. That time Lord Shiva takes over to oversee that. Bhutagrama saevaya bhutva bhutva praliyate ratriagame vashapartha prabhavati aharagame. That this is all I have explained just now in those verses. Parastasmat bhavonyaha avyakto vyaktatsanatanaha yasa sarveshu bhuteshu nashyatsu na vinashyati. But one more thing now. Whatever we see going on as this world, whatever we see transpiring in front of us here, this world is transpiring upon an absolute reality called as Brahman. Here it is called as, which is imperishable, navinashya, which does not perish. Like a movie going on a screen. You could project a movie if there is no screen. If you have no screen, you can't. How you? So you bring a projector here and you project and there's no screen. What you will see? It needs some substratum, some screen upon which to play. You could make a pot without any material. You need some material upon which, like this thing. You need clay. You can't just make the little temple like that. You need some clay to make it. So the form of temple needs some material upon which to rest. So in the same way, this whole universe needs some substratum, some form, some material on which to rest. That is called the absolute reality. It's called Sat or existence. Satchit Ananda. He says, beneath all of this universe, Paraha tasmatu bhavaha anyat avyakta sanatanaha. It is another unmanifest reality which is beyond all the manifest and unmanifest which we are talking about at this level. That is called the absolute, which is the imperishable reality. That is what the Gita is talking about. That is what we have to merge with. Now, see, this topic is a very difficult topic. But, what to tell you, this is your Bhagavad Gita. If Bhagavad Gita is speaking about this is what you will have to learn, isn't it? And we can't be intellectually lazy also. No, I don't want to learn that. What I go do? I go just sing Ram, 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 play Majira and all kind of thing. And everything will be okay. At some point, the child has to leave A for apple, B for bat, C for cat, D for dog, isn't it? And move to the next. At some time you have to leave or not? Yeah. The mother telling the son, wake up son, you have to go to school. No, I don't want to go to school. I don't feel like going. Wake up, you have to go to school. He said, no, nobody like me there. Everybody hate me. She said, wake up, you must go. He said, no, that environment toxic. And besides, you is the principal, you have to go. Now see this thing. If a big man like he is the principal and he mother had to, that means he had grown up yet? If your mother has to wake you up in the morning, that means something wrong. But everybody had to grow up sometime. And we have to study this Bhagavad Gita, which is steeped in a great philosophical tradition. So here is being spoken about the manifestation of universe and the demanifestation of universe, and again manifest and demanifest, and that is what makes it cyclical, and beings come and beings go. Natve vaham jatunasam natvam neme janadipaha nacheva navavishyamaha sarve vayamata param. Bhagavan tells. But we have always been there and we will always be there. Nobody is going anywhere. That's why I tell also, don't hurry about nothing. Don't fret. Don't worry and don't hurry. Just now I was in San Diego in our camp there, and somebody asked a question. I had a question answer. Somebody asked that question. What is that? Swamiji, I have a hurrying disease. Hurrying, you know, some people have hurrying disease. I always hurry to go here, hurry to speeding, running, you know, like quick. Have hurrying disease. How to solve that? I say, come Trinidad. And in the morning time, you leave your house to go Port of Spain. You're in a hurry to go nowhere. Because that traffic back up from all sides. You're creeping. I tell you, a total walking on the shoulder go past everybody. So anyway, this world and jivas and human beings and everybody, everything is there. Nothing goes anywhere. It just goes out of manifestation, back into manifestation, and that is the cycle of the whole universe. This is the teaching of the Bhagavad Gita. It's just here giving a time frame. It happens when Brahmaji goes to sleep and when he wakes up. That is all. It's just putting a time frame. But you don't need shastras to understand this also. I was telling you, that's why if you look around, you will see. You look around. Look, I have in front of the kutia in the ashram there's a neem tree there. And the number of neem seeds that fall along there, neem plants, growing up. Though the neem tree, they won't last forever. Nothing in this world lasts for ever. Himalayas used to be oceans at one time. You ask the geologists, they'll tell you. So that ocean didn't last, it turned into mountain. And you think Himalayas now is a mountain will last forever? No. Nothing lasts forever. Things come and things go. But it's the same thing that come and go. That is the idea. So this is what is being spoken about. But what is important is the substratum or the reality upon which it is happening. It is called the absolute reality, Brahman. It is called as the imperishable, Maya tatamidam sarvam jagadavyakta murtina. Bhagavan says in 9th chapter. It is I, that absolute reality, who pervades the whole world in my unmanifest form. And that is our goal. This is the goal of Bhagavad Gita, to reach that supreme, imperishable reality. All right? Okay. Now, there are a few formalities that we have to do tonight. So I will stop the discourse here today, and we will continue from where we stopped here tomorrow. But I want to tell one thing now, and then I will call on today our sponsor Devanand. He will now see about some other things. All right. One thing I want to, now it is the Pitripaksh time going on, right? First of all, in Pitripaksh time, it had no zombie, so you don't have to afraid anything. People get scared and start to say all kind of thing about zombie and this and that. Now please, let me just explain this thing a little bit. You know, of all the species and creatures in the world, the only species that is not concerned with giving back is the human species. In this world, there are people who bring children in the world also, and they don't want to bring up their own children. They abandon their children. They leave them at the streets. And the children turn out to be criminals and crooks and all sorts of things. Gangs bring them up. This world has all type of human beings. Human beings, they always neglect their responsibilities. They only want to take and never give back. There is no animal species that will leave their young ones unattended. They always take care of them, and when they have weaned them out of that childhood, then they send them out. But human beings? So human beings really do not know about giving and about gratitude. There's a big problem among human beings. He is the only one. See, it is said, Bhagavan gives and forgives. Bhagavan gives and forgives. Man gets and forgets. That is human being. So, the rishis have put 2 weeks in our calendar for us to pay homage to and show gratitude to our ancestors. That is all. Pitripaksh is nothing more than this. They have put 2 weeks in the calendar for us to pay homage to and to show gratitude to all our ancestors. Look at you. All of you are sitting in such nice, look there, padded chairs, nice soft chairs, right? See here. Your ancestors came from India and they underwent such great trouble and difficulty in their life to make a life for you. Right? And their sacrifice, in their sacrifice, they shed blood and tears so that they could make a better life for their future generation. And look at the wonderful life they have made for us. And we don't take time to remember all the great things that they have done for us. The rishis know that we don't do that. And if we do it, that becomes a matter of competition and see who in their arrival they go look better than who. Isn't it? True gratitude in the heart is a very difficult thing. So therefore, the Pitripaksh. Pitris mean those who are our forefathers. The word Pitra is forefather. And They set aside these 2 weeks so that we will make offerings, we will make different types of sacrifices, and through those things, we will remember our forefathers and show our gratitude in that way. Because it is on their shoulders we stand. I don't have to go very far. My mother did not go to school, but my mother worked hard to make sure that every one of us go to school. So whose shoulder I am standing on? So like that. And then her parents, how they work to take care of her. So her parents are not anymore like that. And our forefathers have gone by. But it is on their shoulders that we stand. So Pitru Paksha is about making offerings in their name, making sacrifices in their name, making contribution to the society in their name. That type of thing. And forget all about all this zombie business and all them things. Then some people ask now one more question. But Swamiji, we offer food. We offer food to the ancestors. And we put it in front there. And one man tell me, next day I go back, the food still there. I offered food to the ancestors. Next day when I go back, the food still there. A waste food? The ancestor didn't get the food. And you think only what you see by your eyes, that is the only thing going on in this world or what? Whatever you see with your eyes, you think that is the extent of the world. Those food offerings are made to Agni Devta has 2 wives, One of his wives' name is Swaha. And other wife's name is Swadha. Agni Dev. When food offerings are made, these offerings are either made to the gods or to the Pitris. When the offering is made to the gods, we say Swaha. What is it? Please say that incorrectly, because some people, they say Shwaha. That word Shwaha is an insult. What is the word? Swaha. Shwaha word is so bad, I don't want to tell you what that thing means also. So the word is Swaha. Now, when we make the offering to Agni Dev and we call Swaha, she takes all of those offerings to the gods whose name we call. Om Indraya Swaha Idan Namama. So she takes that offering to Indra. Om Agni Swaha Idan Namama. She takes that offering to Agni. Like that. Right? When we make offerings to the Pitris, we call Swadha. She is the one who have a free visa and UFO to Pitrilok. She has access to Pitrilok and she takes whatever offering we make to the Pitras. Now, people say, I saw the food there. When I offer, look here. Food which you call as food is made up of, in the periodic table, there are elements, calcium and phosphorus and sodium and this, and the food is made up of those elements, right? But that's why science is seeing only food at the deeper level is made up of prana. What is it called? Prana. Prana is life. When Swadha comes, Swadha doesn't take calcium and phosphate and whatever you offer there. Swadha takes the prana from that food to your ancestors. Prana you cannot see. Prana is invisible. So she takes the prana from that food to now. Suddenly you see, like for example now in your life, right? Remember you had a past life, so you would have been a forefather in some other life. So you're here now. Suddenly like for example, I come on my chair there, and I see some cherry. No, may know who put the cherry. I suspect who put the cherry, but I don't know who put the cherry, Suddenly I get this, and I get that, and I get that. Like that prana which Swadha has taken, that prana has now come in the form of something that you are getting every day. You're getting food every day, na? How you're living? Without food. So that prana comes in form of some food, something you are getting every day and you are eating. Prana comes in some form to you, wherever you are. So that is the whole Shastric science behind the thing. The reason for the whole thing is so that the human being will develop gratitude. Because a human being is the one who has the least gratitude. We don't know what is gratitude. So we have to remember our forefathers. And if we don't want to make those type of offerings, no problem. You make in the society, there are so many needy people. There are so many needy people in the society. You make those offerings to those people. But in those forefathers' name, we have to make some sort of offering. Now there's only one more question. I mean, there are so many questions. One more I will deal with. There's one more question with all of this. Swamiji, they tell, we can't do business, we can't buy a car, we can't build a house, we can't do all people have all kind of things. We can't do wedding, we can't do puja, we can't. There's no such thing in Shastras. You can't do this and you can't. If you can't do this and you can't do that, you stop going to work and stop eating too. Stop eating also. You know what? All the good things that I say you can do, but all the bad things you could do. You can't do puja, you can't do yajna, you can't do this. The good thing only. And they say, none ever tell you can't go cinema. You can't go and cook by the beach. Anyway, say. So Pitr Paksha, they stop all the good thing and all the bad thing. Continuing. He doing all the foolish thing that time. So that as long as you make sure that you remember the Pitris and you make offerings in some form, you choose your own form, make some offerings in their name, show your gratitude to the cosmos and to Pitris who have gone by. You have fulfilled the requirements of the Pitri Paksha. Paksha means half a month. The month has two Pakshas. They call it, in the two Pakshas of the month is called as Shukla Paksha and Krishna Paksha. Two Pakshas in every month, I mean 2 fortnights. So one of that Paksha is dedicated to the Pitri of 1 month for the one Paksha for the year. As a requirement, very important thing. Okay, now I will stop. Enough about Pitri Paksha because that will be our next yajna again. And now we'll have one bhajan and then Aarti.
This bhajan, Swamiji spoke about remembering the name of the Lord. And I dedicate this song to this bhajan to all our ancestors. Bhajo re man Ram Govind Hari, Bhajo re man Ram Govind Hari. Bolo, Bhajo re man Ram Govind Hari, Bhajo re man Ram Govind Hari, Bhajo re man Ram Govind Hari. जब तब साधन कछु नहीं लागत, जब तब साधन कछु नहीं लागत, करचत नहीं कतरी, करचत नहीं कतरी, भजो रे मन राम गोविंद हरि, भजो रे मन राम गोविंद हरि, भजो रे मन राम। संकट संपत सुख के कारण, संकट संपत सुख के कारण, जासे भूल परी, जासे
मन राम को विमल हरि भजो रे मन राम विमल हरि भजो रे मन राम।
कृष्ण कन्हैया लाल की जय।
Okay, before we have the Arati, I just want to tell you about Guru Dakshina. We have this very old tradition of the work like this which goes on, like this, require also resources for it to go on. So we give an opportunity on the last night, which will be tomorrow, for those who want to make any contribution to this work. This mission is doing an enormous amount of work in all fields, different fields. And those who want to make a contribution, an envelope will be given tomorrow. So you can give some, we call it as Guru Dakshina, and that stems from a very old tradition, that whenever we go anywhere and we receive knowledge, we receive any knowledge from any teacher, that time we give something in return. And because there is no fixed amount, and because it is not told what to give and all that, it is called as Dakshina. It is not, Dakshina is a very special word. Dakshina is something of gratitude also. It is not payment, and it is not mandatory also. It is not mandatory from the teacher's side. The student should feel that there is a responsibility on my part to give. And if it is ever pressing on your head, then you should not give. Not like that type of, but when anupakarina you should give. He tells how to give in Geeta also. Don't give it a grudge or a gripe, you know. Don't give it gripe. Because when we take that and we buy candy for the little children in the school, that go get gripe in their belly. So he says to give nicely. So tomorrow we will be collecting that for those who want to make a contribution. Yeah. Let me tell you about a very wonderful program which is going to happen tomorrow at the Diwali Nagar. It starts at 3 o'clock and will go till 8 o'clock. It is called the Hindu Youth Experience, where the organizers have brought together very, very prominent and well-known singers in Trinidad and Tobago, and they're going to be singing bhajans. Rather than all the normal things that they sing, they'll be singing bhajans at the Diwali Nagar. You're all invited to come there. All right. 18th, 19th and 20th of October, we have at the ashram Kabir Yajna. Every year we used to do a Kabir Yajna. We just missed out a few years, but we'll resume now. We'll be doing the teachings of Sant Kabir Das for those 3 nights, 18th, 19th, 20th of October. All right. Mr. Sinayan Bisundial of Aruka passed away recently on the 25th, and we just want to say the Mrityunjaya mantra for the peace of his soul wherever he may, of that soul wherever he may be. 3 times we'll do the Mrityunjaya mantra. Om Trambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityormukshiyamamritat. Om Trambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityormukshiyamamritat. Om Trambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityormukshiyamamritat. Om Shanti
Shanti, Shanti. Okay. Let us all stand for Aarti. We'll see after.